Hi, everyone. Before we get into this episode, I wanted to give a quick shout out to a really cool initiative that we came across recently. Now, our show, we're mostly based out of Vancouver, Canada, and here in town, we were just informed of a really cool initiative run by Vancouver Coastal Health, which is our medical district, and this is called Heroes from Home. Now, this is a new initiative to reach out to people struggling with self-identified mental illnesses, where you can connect with a care worker and play some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons online. If you or someone you know is struggling, with what maybe the world's throwing at you lately, or you're just, needing some support, please consider checking out this program. The details are in the show notes, but you can also find them at bit.ly/heroesfromhomevan. or email at heroesfromhome@gmail.com. Again, you can find the details to that in the show notes. And, honestly, speaking from my own experience, I've had anxiety and depression in the past. And I do know from firsthand experience that tabletop RPGs can be a huge beacon of empowerment and, just forward momentum in trying to, to move out of the dark, So honestly, I hugely would recommend giving this a try. If you're feeling overwhelmed or struggling. So again, I can't recommend it enough. Please check it out in the show notes. And if you're outside the Vancouver area, I'm not sure. There's probably other initiatives like this that you could try and connect with. And if you have any sort of questions, pop by our Discord. If you need any sort of chatting about that stuff, just let us know. All right, on to the episode. Yeah, I wanted to know before we kind of dip back into things. We had we had a lot of kind of chatting, like exploring a little town and stuff, and then took off. And then, oh my God, there's flying things. Oh my God, everyone's dying. Then oh my God, we're crashing, and now we're burning.
And now we're swallowed by the earth.
And now you've been swallowed up by the bowels of the earth itself. How are you feeling as players?
Oppressed.
Oh, great.
Why do you feel oppressed? Because hey, wait, I have to see. Dave has wine. Franco has a gin and tonic. I got a Japanese whiskey.
Oh,
Good
wow.
job, everyone.
Nice. Fucking, I guess I'm a teetotal because I got some agua.
Oh, I have that too.
Agua Guaranis?
No, just regular agua. Yeah, I don't have any booze at home right now, so fuck.
I don't even know you anymore. Everybody's good to go?
Yeah, let's roll.
Do this.
Okay. So as all of this comes to rest, you kind of have the quaking of the earth, as it were, and you have these the earth kind of opening up. You have hunks of metal from the ship. Everyone around is kind of like being dropped into this overwhelming chasm. There's no longer like the chaos of the battle raging overhead with these airborne harassers. There's no battle in the sky anymore. It's just quiet. So yeah, after a few moments, with the dust settling, you have a few moments. Everyone is taking stock of their situation. You have Captain Braca with you. You have Wheezy. You have.
He sounds like one of the rejected seven dwarf.
He's the 8th dwarf. Yeah. He's the 8th dwarf.
You literally have 7 dwarfs plus 7 Duardin plus Braca. So yeah.
Uh-oh.
And you also have a series of medical supplies with you as well, that has been successfully salvaged,
and are also extremely explosive, apparently.
Yeah.
With fire. Yeah.
I had 6 saved personally, and I believe that Alma, the late Alma, had saved another.
Well, those don't really matter.
Well,
in fact,
I know,
it
but
probably contributed to the
no, I figured. Yeah.
Big boom.
Yes.
So what's going to happen here is, with everything happening and the kind of situation that you have a new objective, a new party objective, and that is protect the survivors. This has been your charge as a soulbind. If you lose a survivor or a satchel through inaction or failure of the party, we're going to be increasing the doom on the party sheet by 1.
Oh.
This sucks,
And-
Dave.
So does this mean like Doom? We're already at 1 for Doom,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
Start
You know,
lighting
if-
all this.
If you start lighting them on fire or anything like that, they're going to be increasing the doom.
And if you stand next to Meriss, you'll probably die. So
We'll keep her at the far end of the cave.
I just want to be clear. I'm making these jokes, but I do love it. I'm not upset. I just want to be very clear. This is awesome.
You, Dylan, love this. Meriss, however.
She'll work through it however she can.
She's gonna need years of counseling.
Yeah, so they're taking a moment here to lick their wounds. If you want to rest, you can. What'd you like to do?
Did any of the weird, scary bird bodies fall down with us? Are they nearby?
Let's find out. Yes, one did fall down with you.
Also, that dice was so satisfying. That sound, boom.
Had like a reverb,
That
yeah.
was great.
Yeah, it sounds
Sorry,
like someone dropped something on the floor upstairs.
Um,
Yeah, so one of the two common Zangors fell down here with you. He's the one that Okri killed through a couple shots through the back of the chest.
Cool. Meriss is going to walk up to it, and she's actually just going to start kicking the shit out of it until
Okay.
she's not exhausted herself, but she's just going to be yelling at it, kicking at it, and then after maybe about a minute, unless someone stops her, she'll stop herself, and then she's going to search the body.
She won't forget to
fine.
search it, but first she is going to kick it quite a few times.
Processing.
Roll call. Who's alive?
The 7 dwarves rattle off their names.
I'd like 7 names, please.
Wheezy,
Okri's one of them.
Breathy, Gaspy.
Wheezy breathy. They're all different respiratory problems.
Traumatizing.
Trami,
Coffee.
yeah. They do.
Yeah.
All of them are from Barak Urbaz,
Excellent.
including Braca. This is her crew.
Yep.
Brock and the 7 dwarfs, they call them.
Yep. Okay. Cass?
Okri?
Fact. I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry, are we still on false pretenses?
I
Mag?
think it's too late for that now. No, never mind.
Okay.
Meriss? Meriss?
What?
Okay, yeah, no, you just do your thing. It's all good. Don't worry about it. We'll
Kick.
Okay,
You gotta get up.
I have been attacked by wild bird things.
Yeah.
I have been shot out of the sky.
Yeah.
I have been burnt.
Yeah. Huh?
I have seen things that I cannot imagine. I have seen a person blow up in front of my eyes.
Yeah, I think I'm still wedding her.
I think you might be cursed.
Me?
Well, yeah.
Maybe. Honestly, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, can you believe it too? Cass, believe this. This is my second crash.
That does not come from me. I'm sure you'll be surprised to find.
Hey, I'm still alive. I just have some scarring, but other than that, I'm alive.
Remind me never to fly with you again.
Ugh.
I just love your two interactions. They're just so good.
So, I don't know if this has ever happened to you before, but have you ever been swallowed whole by the earth itself? Because this is a new one for me.
Well, my people originally come from the earth, but I've never returned to it in such a way. No.
I'll take that as a no. Yeah.
No. This is new for me too. I like to take a scope of the surrounding, as they say that.
I'm at a loss of things to do, Okri. You're gonna have
Well,
to
you
guide
could
me on
always
this.
stop talking, I guess. What? Who said that?
Sure. So look at the tunnels
She
around here.
slaps him across the back of the head.
I'm wearing a helmet. Ha!
You can do a few things. The areas, the caverns that you're in here are kind of tunnel-like in nature.
Yes.
How do you want to try and assess them?
I would like to. Well, honestly, I just want to take a scope of like where we are and like what's the light and what's the threat situation and
Sure.
like what are our options. You know, like I survey, literally just survey.
Do a 5-1 mind survival.
Oh, all right. Let me redo that. Mind survival.
Yeah.
5-1.
Correct.
2 successes.
Awesome. You kind of have a little bit of a realization that these are not naturally formed tunnels. These have been carved.
Oh.
More specifically, these have been carved with very primitive, Stone Age type tools.
I will relay that information.
Yeah, and so these tunnels, they're quite winding, varied in their size. Some kind of go out of sight and expand into like wider channels.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize, as you're assessing this and you're thinking about it from your Duardin sort of like craftiness,
Mm-hmm.
you realize that they're actually laid out so 2 carts, specifically carts, could go side by side.
Oh.
Other parts are more narrow, that kind of get down into crawling sort of size.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I relay that to the group. Everyone!
Look, these tunnels.
These tunnels.
Well, this may be a layman's approach, but if we came down here from above, why don't we just dig our way straight back up?
Look up. How far up is it?
But, it would be about like a 20-foot ceiling in here where you are right now. Pieces of the ship are kind of like wedged in, all along this kind of wreckage.
Well, Cass, I don't know about you, but I can't reach up there.
Can't you like fly or something? Or you got those weird balloon things or metal balloons you talked about?
Springs
I
in your
sure
boots.
wish I did, but Dave won't let me get one because of flying rules. I mean,
never said that.
I too dislike this Dave character.
This perfidious Dave,
He is vindictive and petty.
but also so very lovely.
So
But we do love him and we do praise him.
Yeah, praise be to Dave.
we're not we worship Sigmar, not.
No, we praise Dave over here.
Did Meriss
Do you
find
want
any?
to? Do you want to tie?
Oh my god! Did Meriss find anything on the body?
Sure, do an awareness mind. Well, so do you want to spend some time doing it, or do you want to do it quickly?
Well, I mean, we're not. I'm assuming we're not in any immediate danger, so spend a little time searching.
Sure.
So awareness mind.
You can spend some time and avoid the roll. So you are going to get, let's see,
A beak.
A stick.
An
A
eye.
beak and a stick.
You find the bow that it had been using. That's still on it.
Oh shit.
And then you also can open up. There's a little kind of leather wallet that had been, or I guess like a leather purse that had
Go
been
through
attached.
its wallet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, $6 bills.
Kick the shit out of its body that was killed and then loot its corpse.
Yeah. It had a donor card in there and everything.
This is a picture of some eggs.
There's a leather bound purse you can find, and the bow itself. Yeah.
What's in the purse?
You kind of reach in, you find a few different kinds of like odd trinkets. You notice that there's a few drops in here in a vial, so you could collect it, and it'd be about we'll say a vial,
That's
and
1 vial
10 gold.
one
Yeah.
vial. You can also find, there's a little bit of odds and ends. You actually notice that there's a gold locket in here, and when you flip it open, you actually notice there is a picture, like a kind of a worn old photograph in the top dial of a gentleman with a mutton chop and kind of like combed over hair. And you also notice a fountain pen that no longer has any ink.
I'm gonna put on the gold locket, tuck it into my shirt, pocket the leather purse into one of my bigger leather purse, and I'm gonna hold up the bow and go, "Can anyone use this?"
Are there
Shake,
arrows?
shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake. You know what? Let's see.
Shake,
There is there is 1 arrow left.
Never mind. And then I just throw it away.
Yeah, one shot's not good enough for me.
And I'm gonna walk up to Okri. Meriss walks up to Okri, and I almost said Franco. Meriss walks up to.
I thought you were
Okri
gonna
and-
shorten Okri's name to Oak.
As we call them.
Yeah, sorry. Meriss walks up to Okri and Cass and goes, "So, are we gonna go down those tunnels?"
Can I get a look at Meriss, physically and mentally, like how she's doing at this point?
I will aid.
I can describe. Is there a role? I don't know.
Yeah, so I think in a case like this, Meriss, I'll leave this up to you. Do you want to disguise how you're feeling or anything, or is she gonna kind of wear her heart on her sleeve? Because if that's the case, I think you could totally just describe it.
A little bit of disguising,
Okay.
She's essentially she's not acknowledging that the earth just fucking swallowed them whole. You watched her kick the shit out of a dead corpse, then loot it without question, walk over and be like, "Let's continue this," and she just seems she's not as perky as she normally is, but she's like, "Okay, let's get the fuck out of here."
Hey there, Meriss. How you doing? Yeah, just
like Joey. Yeah.
yeah. Just how
But not inappropriate.
yeah, no. It's strictly colleague.
Wow, I thought you were my best friend.
Platonic.
This was out of character, don't worry.
I know.
I'm kind of curious, just looking into, Cass's backstory. Has she like dealt with people like on a kind of like a emotional or like and just like in terms of like a relationship like empathy kind of level before?
Well, yeah, like she's kind of helped found a town, the town of Gulch that nobody's interested in, and actually she would be very happy that the creatures of chaos weren't interested in it at all, because that's kind of an issue over there. Long story short, she doesn't like run the town. But she does, like, she is sought after for leadership there. So she has a little bit of experience when dealing with people on like a kind of a person to person basis. She's kind of drawing upon that to figure out, like, are things all right now? Because like this is not a good situation by any by any term of the word.
Yeah, so I think like you do have, like, I know we're joking about how impersonal the relationship is with Meriss and Cass and Okri and stuff like that, but the fact of the matter is your entire souls are intertwined with each other. At the same way, like in a lot of ways, you actually like feel and sense each other better than anyone else would, right? So I think that if you're trying to understand more about how she's feeling, I think that you're actually really well suited to that as well. So Meriss, I'll defer to you in terms of like letting Cass know what she would know.
Based on what I'm seeing, basically Cass is kind of like got you dead to rights. She kind of knows exactly what you're feeling, maybe not exactly what you're thinking, but like she gets a good grasp of like where you're at emotionally right now.
So I guess, and just to clarify a little bit for this too, because of the soul buying, are we saying that if there's strong enough emotions or something's happened, that there could be like an idea, like an unearthed, like an whatever you want to call it, ethereal, magical, like, and can see through it? I'm just curious, because I'll describe
like
it.
A sixth sense kind of
thing? A sixth sense, maybe?
I think in some ways, like when someone calls upon the soul fire, you can imagine like they are literally taking the strength and essence from the group in order to fuel their, actions, right? So I think in a lot of ways there is like some emotional like connection happening during all that.
Cool.
But in terms of like, do they always know how I'm feeling, or do we have like telepathy? I wouldn't say it goes that far, or is that like refined? Yeah. I think it's a lot less, specific.
Cool. Is Cass like asking her? Was she asking Meriss something specific?
Meriss, how are you doing?
Meriss just looks Cass like dead in the eyes, and like she's a little wide-eyed, right? Like not blinking. Mm-hmm. Her eyes are just a little bit too wide, and she just looks at Cass and like lifts up the bell, gives it a little shake, and gives a big smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. And when she's normally typically filled of like bubbly energy, and maybe that's something you can always you like her. She's got the diplomat trait. You can't help but kind of be polite to her, right? You just have to like her. Me. But where like you can tell that this like her trying to be her typical joyous self is a complete and utter lie, and there's like just a little bit of emptiness behind that. And then she follows it up with, "I'm fine, Cass. Can we just please get out of here?"
Yeah, so Cass is just gonna kind of reach out and take the bell just to make sure that it's on tight. She kind of tugs on the strings, and she places her hands on your shoulders, and she just gives you a big hug and says, "All right, dear, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna get out of this just fine."
Oh man. Meriss just grabs her tight and just squeezes her really, really hard, and then you hear squeaking from inside her jacket because, like, she's almost crushing Pickles between the two of you. And then Pickles,
Pickles
crawls up. No, don't
Best
ruin this
day.
Little
mouse there.
Sorry.
Pickles like crawls up from like inside Meriss's shirt and just kind of gently puts his little paws on Cass's like faces and just pats Cass's face before like crawling and hiding away.
Aww.
I know it don't look good right now, but we're alive and we got each other, and that's enough. Now let's put our heads together and figure a way out of this place.
She smiles, gives a thumbs up, looks like she's gonna cry, but she doesn't, and starts just walking in a random direction like she's done before.
All right. Ladies, we have things to do. Come on now.
Fuck you, Okri.
No. It's that kind of like, I don't want.
Tough love.
Okri, do you want a hug as well? Is that what you're saying?
Hold some of these satchels. Come on.
Meriss is going to run towards Okri with her arms open.
All right, hugs all around.
It's just going to give a hug and like, this is more for you than for me.
She perks up.
Under my breath, I will say it's gonna be all right.
And she perks up after the hugs.
Excellent.
Aw.
It's not all right, but she perks up.
Can we please go so we don't die here?
You have as the hugs die down, you hear a clearing of the throat behind you with Braca. Just Okri, a word if we could.
Yes.
Oh, so it is Okri. It's not Mag.
Ah, shit.
Got him. Just Dave, while they're gonna have this conversation here, Cass is gonna go around and start collecting all the supplies in the area and getting them all in one spot.
Sure.
So we have
Grab
sounds
weapons
good
if you
collection.
can.
I think you owe us an explanation there, Okri.
Yes, I do. Well, make it out alive, I'll tell you. Just kidding. You're not gonna let me do that. Okay.
I want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
My crew is about half dead. We're underground. My ship is destroyed. Oh, her face does not move.
Half?
We're underground. My ship is lodged between boulders, and I have someone on my crew lying about their identity. Care to explain?
It's not just one. It's quite a few of us. No, no, I'm not. Okay,
Yeah, some more Discord.
Yeah. Right. Well, gonna take the helmet off. I wasn't lying about being from Baraknar. My name's Okri Okrison. I used to be crewman in Baraknar, and now I am part of the Storm's mandate, and that's pretty much it. I lied about my name because I didn't want people that might have been from my own Skyport to find me.
And why should they not find you?
Oh, that's a fine question.
Huh.
I never
I
thought
didn't
I'd make
think
it
you'd
this
ask
far.
that.
Great.
I thought you'd have shot me by now.
Oh, I hope she does.
You notice that she does have one of her hands, like it's not drawn, but she has a hand on her aethermatic volley gun.
Yep, I'm going to do the same. My hand on my vulcanizer.
The classic dwarven conversation.
Yes.
If everyone's hands aren't on their guns, they're not talking in dwarvish.
Yeah, exactly. I have switched to Kazalid at this point. Once I start going to I switched my name because I don't want people to know that. But the group already knows that. But now, that's the part that's important. I was blamed for the death of a quartermaster. As far as I can tell, my old captain wants me dead and has sworn a grudge on me.
I want you to do. Let's see.
Something. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the best skill for this is. You're not lying, correct?
Nope, I am not.
I think this is
Devotion to the code. Actually, I swear on the code. I have not wronged anyone with any intent.
I'm thinking it's probably guile, because that's kind of like your social
Determination.
navigation skill.
Mm-hmm.
Guile is your ability to act charming in order to convince others to see things from your viewpoint, or failing that, to lie convincingly to get your way. Yeah, so this would totally be
Right.
Guile.
Okay, guile.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
gonna
Guile
roll a
mind,
Blanca.
Guile mind for
You gotta up it. Come on.
I
now.
think
Four,
it would be
please.
a 4-3, but I'm gonna give you advantage.
Okay.
Because
So-
you did speak to her in Kazalid, and you swore on the code.
And
On
he was
the
pretty
code.
truthful.
Yeah,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
kind of went, all right, well, here we go.
This is less about her necessarily believing you, and more about trusting you.
Right. So that means that it becomes so it's a 4-3, but that's with advantage.
It would be a 4-3 with advantage, bringing it down to 3-3.
Okay, cool. 3-3. I got 5 dice. I got 3 successes.
Nice.
She thinks about it for a moment, and she looks at you, and she looks back at her crew, and at your friends, and mulls it over, and she takes her hand off of her aethermatic volley gun and extends a handshake towards you.
Mm-hmm. I'll do the same. Take my hand off
And
my
then she does
vulcanizer.
you guys do the thing where you kind of grab forearms,
Oh yeah,
big
clasping
thick,
forearms. Yeah.
basically big thick tree trunks just slap each other.
Respect.
She basically just says succinctly you're not the only one to run from failure. I understand.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we've seen what happened today. I mean,
So they just
Hey.
did the scene from Predator where the Arnold Schwarzenegger and dude walk up
You
to each
son of a
other.
bitch.
Dylan, you son of a bitch. Brrr, testosterone.
it's the dwarven way. Don't question it.
It is, yeah. A tradition in dwarven culture is to clasp forearms until one of you break.
oh, okay, sure.
Oh, I think she broke
Just-
you.
Let's do a might check.
I will actually defer and let
Oh,
her
okay.
win this contest as a
Okay.
form of respect. She is captain.
You're now
Yeah.
married.
You actually
Wait,
get the you actually get there's so much shipping going on here with Braca. I understand it though.
I'm sorry,
I guess
she's
when
amazing.
you're a Caradron overlord, shipping takes on another term as well.
Hey.
But that's so dumb.
All right. Well,
I am going to leave that in though. Yeah.
You know that I'm going to do it, and I feel good about it, but also bad about it. Like,
yeah.
Let's just do it. Whatever. Let's just live in the moment. Do I lean in for a kiss? Just go for a kiss. I messed
you know what?
room.
Actually, go for an intuition mind check.
Intuition mind.
4-2.
All right. 2 successes.
You, I think you actually maybe do like kind of feel a little something, but you actually kind of realize like as this moment happens, there's not even a remote element to her that would find you interesting to her.
Oh, 100%.
wow.
Because as I mentioned in the last episode, she would break you in two.
Oh yeah.
If you two over there are done making out, then we've got people to save and lives to continue. If you've done your little chit chat, it looks like we've got some medical supplies, a few weapons, and a couple of broken ass dwarves. She looks over at the 7 dwarves.
I will mutter incasulate manlings. Am I right?
She shoots you a look but doesn't say anything, and yeah.
And yeah.
Hey, Braca, what exactly is in these apothecary satchels? Actually,
she takes a look at one.
Fucking
Rubbing
dangerous.
alcohol, disinfectants. I did see what happened upstairs, and she waves a hand over her head.
We've been here so long. It feels like
yeah, it's very homey. She basically says like, yeah, if these come into contact with extreme heat or volatility, these could be detonating, as I'm sure you saw.
Speaking of which, I'll just kind of wipe something off my chest and just kind of like rub whatever dried blood there might be on my hand now. I think this is Alma.
Do an intuition mind 5-2.
Do not get it.
Okay. She looks at it, doesn't say anything, but walks away from you.
Yep.
Yeah, you read the room there, Okri.
Oh yeah.
Cass is actually now rubbing her chin. She's heard what Braca had to say. She also remembered what happened to Alma. Alma? Yeah. Like Elma and Louise.
Like Elmo with an A.
Yeah.
Elma.
And she's a plan is brewing in her head. You can see the cogs turning. She looks up at the ceiling. She looks back at the medicine packs. She looks up at the ceiling. She looks at the medicine packs. What say we blow ourselves out of here?
No.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Meriss. No.
Meriss just sighs loudly.
It's just like, that never happened before.
But it does seem like a good idea to me as a layman, a non-explosive expert. It feels as if we could simply pile these up and boom, we're out.
Cass, big explosion, underground. Ceiling collapses. On us, we die. Or you collapse the tunnels and we don't get out and we starve, or we eat each other. I don't know. I think maybe we should take the goddamn tunnels. Sigmar damn tunnels.
I wish I had pocket points, but I would give you one right now.
She's changed, my god.
Just done with this shit.
Also,
that reminds me, everybody can refresh your toughness.
Oh, sick.
That's nice, because I didn't have any.
Oh, thank god.
I'm wondering if like a survival roll would be pretty good at this point.
Yeah, I'd like to do a survival roll to see if I can blow myself out of here.
That's not how that works.
And I'll do it for you. Shoot.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a survival 5-2. That's for basically the assessment about demolition charges to blow a hole.
Okay, survival plus.
Oh, survival mind. Yeah.
Okay.
And what was the focus? That means you can change one of your dice, like add
one.
Add one.
Two.
Cool.
Yeah.
I get to roll 5 dice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
No, re-roll one more. What was it? 5-1? 5-2?
5-2.
Okay.
3 successes.
And I got 2.
Okay, so let's see. In order to do this, you need to sacrifice the charges. Now, based on
you
what
called them charges now. They aren't medical kits, huh?
They're medical charges, I suppose. If you want to detonate these, you totally can. As I said before, it will increase the doom if you get rid of the charges or lose crew. As well, if you were to start detonating the roof, it's possible that you would be able to blast your way up, but you have to kind of also think like, if you detonate the bottom of it, right, there's material on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you might blast away the bottom and bring it down, like you might remove the structural integrity of this room, but it's very likely that there's more things on top of it that would become shattered and level the room off.
Meriss is sitting, like, assuming they've discussed, I'm going to assume Cass and Meriss are discussing this while you described it, right?
Upon further examination, I believe this is a foolhardy plan and we should abandon it at all costs.
What did I say? What did I say?
There is no bad idea, Meriss. Just
dumb ideas.
Anyways, look, we're in a bit of a predicament. There's no need to be calling names or making fun of each other. We're just throwing things at the wall to see what sticks.
Cass, I am very sorry.
Yeah, don't throw the satchels, please.
Your apology is accepted.
2 days. Braca speaks up. She says, 2 days until that signal flare is probably going to leave us. We need to get to... She pauses and casts a glance over to Okri, to whomever has come from Barrack Nar.
Well,
hitch a ride and get out of here.
Fair enough. Guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I feel a bit awkward here, but I feel as if it's pertinent to address the physics of this situation. We are currently underground, and as far as I can tell, there are no light sources. How are we seeing each other?
Why, Cass, take a look around at the bioluminescent mushrooms.
How convenient that you mentioned that now.
Hey.
Nope, mentioned before. You listened.
Oh, how convenient that I did not listen.
Just don't eat them. Meriss is assuming we've had our discussions. She's gonna like help whoever needs to get help if there's any injured and carry whatever needs to be carried. I guess go for a tunnel.
Okay. In the room that you're in right now, you can kind of consider it like an ovaloid sort of shape. There are 3 exits: a northwest exit, a south exit, and a hard east exit. You see those tunnels? You don't really necessarily know where any of them go.
I do not like the situation at all. I just would like to say that out loud. I want you all to know I'm not a fan of this.
My instinct is to roll another survival, because, is there a breeze in one of the tunnels? Can we tell if there's a slope of the tunnel going down or going up? Can I do that?
Let's do a 4-2, and the more successes, the more accurate of the information will be.
Okay, 4-2. Okay. And that's gonna be 3 successes.
Yeah, the south and the east, based on your assessment, they have roughly equivalent, airflow.
Where were we coming from initially? Where were we flying from?
You're flying east to a location of a new skyport that they wanted to set up, and then your ship went down. But then the flare that is really kind of what you're looking for, right?
What's our supply situation looking like, by the way?
So yeah, this is actually where things turn a little bit more promising. You have a few days of supplies with you. They have a few crates full of rations that you're able to use.
Excellent.
Yeah. Braca says, unfortunately, we recovered this, and she kicks a refrigerator. We were hoping to actually raise some spirits with some libations, but unfortunately, it seems they've all been lost in the crash.
Oh my god. Bye, Grugny.
There was Bugman's first in here, the last remnants. Would have gone for a fortune.
As a side note, and something completely unrelated to the situation at hand, refrigerators are a very safe place to be if you are ever crashing out of anything.
Braca, you had Bugman's first in one of your coal boxes?
We had the recipe and the cask, the single remaining cask. We were trying to use DNA sequencing to regenerate the hops and start a new mother bread or mother yeast.
Mother bread.
Mother bread.
Buy the mother bread.
And I think this is the point where in like an Elder Scrolls game where you get like the little quest pop up, like
yeah,
reclaim the mother bread would pop up on your screen.
Meriss is gonna be like, we're taking the east tunnel.
Or like the yeast tunnel.
Oh my god.
Nice. Weezy says, nice.
Meriss lights a medical bundle charge on fire, throws it at her. No, in all seriousness, she's gonna, unless someone has an argument not to, that's the tunnel she's picking.
You seem to know where you're going.
Nico, you and I had talked about this before about how many satchels you'd gotten. Can you run me through that again?
I believe I got 6.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Before I started shooting at Zangors.
Cass is gonna grab all 6 of those packs. She's gonna put it on each of the 7 dwarves except for Wheezy. And she's like, well, he's wounded. It makes sense to me. I'm going to be mighty disappointed in any of you if you die or explode because of those satchels.
Yeah, because especially it'll be a doom for both of these.
Yeah, I would be very disappointed because that will increase our doom track, and I do not want that. Do you hear me? I will be very disappointed.
One of the dwarves nods and says, like, okay, we're going to spread out and make sure we surround the entire group so none of us are too close together.
But we might need someone at the very back because, like, we need to protect our flank, our butt, whatever's at the end.
I believe it's the aft. Some more ship talk.
Brock kind of pauses and thinks like, to be honest, underground isn't really my forte. I'm going to defer to you here in terms of how you want to run this. She looks at the three of you.
Oh,
don't look at me.
And Meriss thinks she's looking directly at her, and she's just like, "Oh God, this is so much pressure." Wheezy to the back.
Wheezy to the back. If anybody begins to hear some heavy wheezing, then just
or a lack thereof.
Yeah, that a good point.
Meriss is already in the east tunnel, so you might want to call her back.
Nah, you know, fuck it. Waste of time. Let's go to the east tunnel.
All right,
It's not a waste of time.
Fuck it.
All right,
Sorry.
you guys
That was
going?
important information that we may need to know.
Too late.
Oh no.
Hello, Questers. First, before the announcements, I just wanted to take a moment to thank the most recent reviews that came in off of iTunes. Or, I guess I should start calling it Apple Podcasts. It's going to take a while to change that. That's a special shout out and thank you for P10, Z Stats 6, Daniel Young 1794, Mary Needham, Mamandez 19, Colby in Top 100, Terry Flores, E. Brook, and Euphemism, who exclaims to his ear itself about all the new episodes, and specifically, and this is a little bit of a deep cut, wants an update on the Wheezy ASMR. So, as requested, here's a thank you from the Duardin Wheezy himself. Thanks for listening. Please help me. I need to sit down. And I callously promised somewhere around 45 minutes of Wheezy ASMR if we can pump up those Apple Podcast review numbers to 100 before 2020 is up. But you know what? I'm going to do one better. I'm going to knock off 25. I'm practically giving this ASMR away. And what is it? It's basically weird whispering. If you want 45 minutes, man, this is so weird. If you want 45 minutes of close proximity respiration, please consider giving us a review on Apple Podcasts. And if you want a shout out read by a specific character or player, be sure to mention it in your review and we'll get you all set. Also, we are still running our Questward Digital Core Rulebook giveaway, so if you haven't entered yet, please check out the link in the show notes, or you can find it at our homepage at goquestward.com. So you can enter through a few different ways, like subscribing, sharing the giveaway. So, just take a look at what's on there, and good luck with the entry. We're giving away 3 separate copies of the digital rulebook, so you have a few different chances to win, and, we're running that until November 28th, so be sure to do that as soon as you can. Yeah, what else we got? Right, we missed last week's episode, unfortunately, due to a vocal track issue with this next session. So apologies for the delay. We're going to be back on track for the rest of Crash and Burn going weekly. So that means November 18th, we'll be back. Thanks for listening. Wheezy, the other 6 Duardin, and Okri, along with Cass and Meriss, and also Pickles. Let's not forget about Pickles, as they move deeper and deeper into this underground honeycomb of slime-encrusted, mushroom cap-filled tunnels.
And hopefully you won't try to kill Pickles again.
Did he try to kill Pickles?
No, but it's on the table.
Close. It was close.
I would never put him beyond.
Depending how today goes, it's on the table.
That was a threat. Yeah, so we just fell through the ground.
Well, friends, I'm not too sure how we're going to get out of this one.
My legs hurt.
Thanks, Cass. My legs hurt too.
Does Cass have spurs?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Bone spurs.
You never know when you got a beast to ride. You'll need those spurs.
Hey, don't we all know it?
Well,
Christ
ladies and
almighty.
gentlemen, we made it, what, fucking 2 minutes?
So we've landed in the cavern, and from what I recall, excuse me, from last time, there's a whole bunch of bioluminescent mushrooms, right? So it's a little bit dim, or there is light, but it's a bit dim because we're underground. And isn't there a whole bunch of tunnels that are coming out from like where we landed or like got swallowed whole by?
Mm-hmm.
What Meriss is going to check. I'm going to check myself, pat myself down, make sure all my bubbly bits and everything is there, make sure that Pickles is okay and is whole. And I'm going to roll a survival to just like check out like what's going on, like, you know, where are we? What are we doing?
Sure. Do a survival 4-3. Also, I want to know everyone's passive perception.
3.
That's a great question. I think mine is 2.
If you need to know what it is, what is it?
I'm just trying to find it on the sheet.
I know where it is. It's, some of us haven't opened their character sheets. It's 2. Yeah, I had it.
Okay. And Meriss?
2.
Okay. So Okri is just a little bit more capable, I assume, probably with his, I don't know, what do you think, his mask or his goggles or whatever?
Yeah, I guess my fucking X-ray vision. But also, I got those senses. I'm always, head on a swivel.
I forgot you had X-ray goggles with witch sights. That is OP.
Yeah, I stopped using them because Dave was complaining. Oh, these are really strong. Oh my god. Like, yeah.
Hold up. The GM does not exist in this world.
Oh, I meant Dave, like the guy who sold them to me in-game. He sends me letters and he's like, I want my goggles back. They're too strong.
Meriss just gets by with fucking sneezing all the goddamn time.
And
okay,
gumption.
I'm going to roll 4-3. And focus, flip that up. 3 successes.
You're going to catch on to something, but I want to finish the conversation because the other 2 folks kind of started it.
Well, it's dark, it's damp, and this cave is filled with dwarf farts. I am not happy.
What are you...
Sorry.
We see how... And Meriss just covers like her face with her hands, and she's trying to breathe in her hand air, but it's really not working in an enclosed space.
I do not know why I chose to walk at the back of this lineup.
So I take it we're all okay? No one's injured from the sound of it?
Only my olfactory senses are injured at this time.
Meriss is she's walking over, checking the dwarves, and just kind of leaving Cass and Okri to talk about farts.
Sure.
As they tend to do.
Meriss, always the diplomat, goes around checking in on the various dwarves. Yeah, a couple of them are, recovering. As you know that some of them were pulled from flaming wreckage, and of course, Wheezy. I know the audience is probably wondering how Wheezy's doing. Wheezy's okay.
Yeah, we're all concerned.
You can tell that he is struggling just with walking, and all the Duardin had been given the remaining apothecary satchels, so they're weighed down a little bit because they got their aether rig as well, and then they have these little packs.
I'm impressed that he's able to hold back on using that apothecary satchel.
They're just casually walking off a punctured lung.
And also Pickles is gonna just kind of check in on people, for a morale boost. The little weasel's just gonna jump in and kind of chitter at people as if they understand him, and pat their faces and just jump in between everyone, as well
There's
as
more morale boosting than a good pat to the face.
smushes their cheeks together to make their lips purse with his little tiny clawed hands, and then gives 2 little pat. I don't know if you could hear that, but 2 little pats.
It's not like you give them little kisses on their lips. Just...
He's not a. So, anyways, I'm done.
Okay.
Moving on from that,
Okri, from the back of the line,
What's
you
happening?
feel you actually feel a splinter of rock break off the roof, about an icicle size, and it clangs onto your. What color armor does Okri have?
Basic steel. There's no paint job. You got it stripped.
You look over and basically left a slime trail along where it struck you, and it hits the ground.
Huh.
Cass stops and she's like, "Wait, did anybody feel that vibration?
That good vibration?
And
No. Could I inspect the slime? Kind of get an idea what it is?
You can,
I'm
but
about to
right
find
after
out.
this,
You
feel a vibrating rumble, throughout all of the tunnel, surrounding you. And you notice that the Duardin kind of like all collectively begin to like feel this happening, and you hear them, kind of like start looking around. Wheezy is particularly concerned. So whenever I, talk about these Duardin in general, Wheezy will get a special note to make sure the audience knows how Wheezy's doing.
Yeah, Wheezy can't die. I will quit if Wheezy dies.
There seems to be a lot on the line for you. Like if your pet dies, if Wheezy dies.
Yeah.
It's okay if Cass and Okri die.
No, they didn't say anything about Meriss, Cass, or Okri dying, so we'll see.
That's fine.
We see where. Yeah. Cool.
I'll just play Pickles for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah.
So from the very back of the line, Okri, we see the camera like slowly start to pan in on you. It's one of those like what are those shots called where it's like a dolly in shot?
Panning
over his
shot?
shoulder.
That Wes Anderson shot, just like getting close.
For like the Nazgul cap,
like the background doesn't move, but the face does.
Yeah.
The shot made in the first, I think it was first shown in Vertigo or something like that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So some camera motion happens, which is very useful in a podcast medium. But we get a close up of Okri's disgusting face as he looks
wearing
behind.
a mask, so.
Actually, you took it off. But we see a close up, an extreme close up, SpongeBob style of Okri's face as he looks over his shoulder and sees
pockmarked and filled with zits.
A lot of wrinkles.
Let him finish.
There's a single hairy mole.
We did it. We just built SpongeBob close-ups. It was bare essence.
It does translate to an audio medium.
It does. We just have to explain it.
From behind you, you see this mass of hooves and like twisted shapes, round the bend behind you, and you can tell that this appears to be some like stampede of wild creatures, unlike any that you've ever seen before, and they are barreling whole hog down this tunnel towards you. What do you do?
I yell out, "Let's go, move it!" And I shoot at the herd.
Pump those dwarven legs.
Yeah, pump those dwarven legs.
You're going to shoot into the horde?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
Because I'm terrified.
All right, roll your shot.
Yeah.
It's going to be a poor defense.
Poor defense. I have good, so that means it's on to 2.
Okay.
4 successes. So that'll be 5 damage.
Your shot pierces this mass. And you do hear a couple screams of just pain, and it's like the sort of thing if you've ever heard like a cougar scream. It sounds like that, where it almost sounds like this almost human-esque scream. You see one shape of this mass just fall, but more overtake it immediately, and they continue barreling towards you, unabated by the shot.
Oh God!
Fly, you fools, fly!
This foe's beyond any of you. Run!
Can I hear a bit more about this mass? Like it's hooven. That's.
Tell me about the mass.
No, when you put it that way, Franco.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you roll? Let's see. What can I tell you? You have a couple options. You could do a lore mind, a beast handling mind. You could do or an arcana mind. Any of those would apply.
I'll do arcana because I'm not going to do forbidden knowledge because I don't need more doom. Fair. We don't need more doom.
Well, yeah, it's everyone's doom.
We don't need more doom, comrade.
Yeah, it's the family's doom. All right,
Dave, do you mind if I jump in on this as well and do a little beast handling check in there?
I'm rolling 5 dice, just FYI.
Yeah, it's gonna be four threes on these puppies.
I might do a lore mind as well then.
Yep.
Tell me for this beast handling, what is it? Lore mind as well?
Beast handling mind 4-3.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Okay, cool. 3s and 3s.
Just a single success over here.
Okay, so everyone except Cass realizes that this appears to be a large, ravenous swarm of woodland animals, or I guess jungle animals in our case, that have been driven underground after the fire overhead. However, as this has happened, as this incursion from Tzeentch has, blighted this forest above, you notice that many of them are sprouting unnatural eyes or limbs, or even like bestial like tusks where there should be no tusks, and beaks where there should be no beaks.
From their butts.
From many places sprouting each less logical than the last. And they are barreling towards you with no regard for their own safety.
Run!
So we run.
But I'm going to take a free action, and Meriss is gonna. I can actually think of this specific GIF, but it's gonna be one of those like she throws her head up, rolls it around, and stares at Cass as if to say, "I fucking told you so."
I'm just pushing her. I'm pushing her to move.
she does that look and Cass is gone.
No. Cass is pushing her, and so Meriss is like doing an awkward Naradu. No, not Naradu. I can never say the proper word. No, this is a legitimate problem. No, stop.
Is that one of those Naradus?
Yeah, let's move on. We're running away from the mess.
Yeah.
We're all running.
Meriss is running with her arms behind her, like straight behind her for some reason. And
faster. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. So you notice that with these dwarves pumping their Duardin legs and these beasts pumping their many bestial legs, you realize very quickly that these Duardin are not as fast, plodding as fast as they can with their like stumpy short Duardin legs.
Okay, now
their heavy armor and these big bulky packs. Everyone do a 4-3 body athletics test.
Oh no!
All right.
If I only have a 2d6, I'm just gotta pray for.
You could use a medal to double your training.
That's true.
I guess it doesn't help if you don't have the training.
Well, I got 2 successes, so.
Hey, I got 1.
Can I make up her extra success? I've got 4.
You could basically help someone by increasing your difficulty by 1, but that would be a 5-3.
Just leave me with my 2 successes.
Okay. I'm not arguing here. Sorry, Meriss. See ya.
I got 1 success.
Oof.
Okay.
Go on without me.
That also helps because, you're a Duardin and you're probably running like the rest of them.
I'm trying to pump my Duardin legs.
So I guess the way I see this is that, Cass being just physically taller is able to kind of move a bit quicker than the rest of them, but she quickly realizes that she's kind of overtaken the pack and she's gotten to the front and they're not able to keep up. So with this in mind, she'll shout back to Okri, who I assume is kind of like in the back area.
Well, I was in the back of the line already, so it's kind of like, I'm like the first contact.
Heavy armor doesn't help.
You actually probably are the furthest behind by a decent margin because you turned to shoot while everyone else started running.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I'll turn to Okri and pull out my weapon, and I'll point at him, and then I'll point to the roof and be like,
Tequila sends his regards.
It's just, sorry, kid. It's not personal.
Nothing personal, just business.
She'll point to Okri and then the roof, and she'll say, "Bring down the roof."
Can I do that?
You could try.
I'm gonna try and take down the roof. As I'm running, I'm like trying to
bring it down, Okri. Bring it down,
and shoot in strafes with the laser hands. No.
Okay.
The laser gun.
Yeah.
So do you want me to just do a shooting attack and?
Yeah. You can go ahead and do a shot against a poor defense.
Okie dokes.
Now, physically, I'm not sure what real bullets will do in this situation, but I imagine that Cassandra is trying to, help him out as well.
So I got 4 successes, and 1 was a 6, which means I can strip the armor off the ceiling.
Take that ceiling armor.
Whatever that means. Well, because it's like superheated gas, right? So it's supposed to be like I'm like melting it to slag.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah,
I like the idea of kind of molten lava forming at the roof and dripping down.
You turn your gun sideways because you're a real cool guy, and you fire some shots into the ceiling, and you do see the bolts leave a sizzling orange glow wherever you hit it, but your laser blasts alone are not enough to cave in the roof of roof of this tunnel.
Fair enough.
What are you gonna do?
Oh shit. Sacrifice a medical bag.
I was just thinking that. Throw one up in the air and shoot it. But also, I don't want to die. Elma?
You know what? We got to be proactive here. I'm gonna run back towards the back end there. I assume those beasts are hot on
my trail.
Heels.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna grab a medical pack off the dwarf in the back.
Okay.
Of the line.
Just see you do it oh no.
chuck it to where Okri's standing and wait till he's moved to.
Sends his regards again.
And I'll wait till Okri seems far enough away, and I'll give it a shot.
No.
Okay.
Hobble over. Oh God. By the ancestors.
Your
I'd cover my ears if I were you.
They're going to be on you in less than like 5 seconds. So make this count.
God! Shoot it! Shoot her!
I shoot it. What do I roll on this? Just like a ballistics? Like I'm attacking it?
Yes, you're going to need to do a ballistic skill body check, because we won't treat this like an attack. We'll do this like a skill check.
Ballistic skill body, okay.
It's inert. It's going to be probably... How far away are you standing from it?
That's a good question. As far as possible, obviously, but I don't know.
Yeah, so the farther away you're going to
be...
Yeah, like, the explosion radius of this is like a 10-foot blast radius.
Oh, okay. Well, I can be a little bit closer than I thought it was.
Sure.
I guess I'll judge this based on the explosion that killed. Was it
Elma?
Elma.
Like Elmo with an A.
How, distance wise, Franco? How far? 10-foot radius blast.
Farther than 10 feet. Let's say it's maybe 20, 25-ish.
I will be closer, but that's okay.
Okay, yeah. So roll your ballistics skill body.
Okay.
With... Oh, man. You're not super far. It is a pack that's on the ground. You do need to kind of quick draw shoot this. I think...
Okay, I have rolled.
I think it's 5-2.
5-2? Okay.
Yeah.
I got 3 successes.
Oh.
Describe how Cass shoots the apothecary satchel, and I'll describe what happens next.
So Cass waits until Okri's caught up, shields her kind of brow to make sure that like any sort of shrapnel, she can maybe protect her face in some way, and she just lines up those iron sights and pulls the trigger, hoping that there will be an explosion big enough to possibly cave in the back of the tunnel.
The revolver shot rings out. You see the bullet in slow motion start careening towards the medical pack. As this was all happening, this mass of creatures is moving towards you faster and faster. You actually see, coming out of the mass, you see what has almost like the forearms of a jaguar, but like the head and antlers of a moose, like crawl its way up over the mass. Its lips draw back to reveal a set of double-layered fangs, and it has slitted eyes, and it looks directly at you, Cass, and it begins to crawl over the rest of the creatures, moving even faster than anything else.
Jesus.
It plants its clawed hands in the ground next to the pack as you fire it on it.
Stay back, you demon.
You actually see this apothecary pack light up, and you see the creature before even the wall, anything happens with the walls. You see this creature, the right side of it, ignites into flame, and it's blasted into the wall and hits the wall. And then you actually see the ripple explosion of this throws some of the creatures back, and you see cracks begin to form along the top of the cavern wall and begin to shatter and crack, and you feel this entire chamber begin to fall in. What do you do?
Well, I turn away from it because cool people don't look at explosions. And I run. Very quickly. All right, Okri, let's keep moving.
I'm already kept going.
Oh, never mind me.
As we see Cass just like running, Okri further ahead, pumping his dwarven legs. We see the roof cave in, and a massive cloud of dust obliterates your sight as like this dust like just fills this cave. As all the dust settles, and you're in this cavern again, the rumbling has now ceased, and you've avoided the stampede.
Cass is going to slow down, catch up to the dwarves.
It doesn't take long.
Okri's That's how I assumed Okri.
We Duardins are natural sprinters. Not made for long distances.
And like kind of huffing and puffing, Cass is gonna say to Braca, "I apologize for the loss of those apothecary supplies, but feel that it was worth the price."
So, because you didn't lose the satchel through inaction or any failure or anything, the doom will not increase. It was a sacrifice that you made in order to succeed.
Okay, I was prepared for a doom there,
same.
quite frankly.
If it basically falls away from you without like good reason or anything like that, that's when the doom would increase.
It's like if we fail because we failed,
okay,
rather than
so if we purposefully like lose a dwarf for supplies.
The killer keeps sending his regards.
But yeah, you have a moment as everyone is dusting themselves off. Yeah, we'll give you guys a break up from that. We'll continue on. As the party descends deeper into this tunnel network, it actually takes a substantial amount of time to make progress. The majority of the time been pretty straightforward going. You have a few people in your squad, namely Meriss, who has actually been having a lot of success in terms of tracking where to go next.
I'm helpful.
You're helpful.
She even knows when stampedes are coming.
You've been traveling through here. I think at one point you bed down for the night because it's been so long and everyone needs to take a break.
I cannot tell if it is night or day, but I believe that we have come to the point of night, maybe perhaps dusk, and we should settle in for the evening.
One of the dwarves, the as of yet unnamed dwarves, is huffing and puffing and
breezy.
We haven't had anything to eat in 18 stinking hours. I need some bread and I need some ale. And he plops down on a boulder and starts to like rip open his pack and tries to forge through and grab some dough.
This is one of the other Duardins gonna go, yeah!
Wait.
Why can't we have some rations?
Hold up.
What about them?
Dough? Not bread, just like raw dough.
Yeah, raw dough.
Oh,
Some of the traveler's dough. It's Aether dough.
Good thing. So, Meriss has got her adventure backpack. She's got a tent. She's got a blanket. She's going to set it up. She also has 5 days worth of rations.
Oh, shit.
That's nothing compared to Catadon dough.
But for one person. It's only for one person. So
Catadough.
Nice.
Thanks.
Carrot.
It's a big brand.
Bandages. So essentially what Meriss will be doing that time is like checking in on people, handing out bandages for people that are better at medicine than her, and like rationing the rations.
Dylan,
cool.
If I may, I want to make sure that I'm on the same page as you here. Are you saying you're basically trying to tell us that Meriss is prepared?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. She comes from a long line of trade pioneers that have like gone into many different realms. So like she's got her shit together for the most part.
I decided to actually look at my character sheet to see what I might have that would be of use to camping, and I've got a poncho.
Nice.
Yeah, Cass can bunk with Meriss. Cass hugged her, so they're best friends.
I'll take it. As everyone kind of settles in, I'm going to do a quick round. Like we've just kind of stopped in the middle of nowhere.
Well, actually, I was going to describe the scene as you actually light it's pretty dark around you, but as a campfire is lit, you actually notice in the distance, giant mushrooms kind of like light up just gently. They're a bright, brilliant aqua kind of marine blue, and they begin to light up this large chamber. You see like this, you're in the side, kind of like a side ledge of a really expansive cavern, and you actually see up along the cavern walls and kind of over the gap in front of you, a series of like old archaeological ruins. They've been since covered in slime and moss, but there's no signs of life here. Everything is
okay. Can I ask Okri to help me with getting this quad breather on?
Oh, of course, yeah. You got a couple of switches on the side here, and just just breathe normally. Should be fine. Shouldn't be too big a problem. Deep breath.
And what does this do for me?
Well, it makes you take down Gotham, but
you just really wanted to do that, Franco, didn't
yes.
you?
You know what? I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. So I'm not gonna lie.
Quad breather will so it'll filter out any toxins that might be harmful to you. So any of these, there's any, I don't know, black mold around, it shouldn't be too bad.
Dave, you were saying that there's like the mushrooms are glowing. How big are the mushrooms?
They would be about 15 feet tall. Okay. These are big mushrooms.
They're huge. So, and like, is there any like tunnels we can see around us? Or are we just in like a little, sorry, while you were describing it, I might have missed it. We're in a little like just cave, or is there one way in or multiple
like
exits?
Alcove?
Pretty wide open. You could imagine like this is like a settlement that used to be here, like a small like township. So pretty expansive in terms of like how wide out it is. And yeah, there's going to be various tunnels kind of like weaving in and out of this place as it goes further underground.
All right. Well, Cass has got her little rebreather on. She now knows how to put it on, and then she'll go and ensure that Meriss has got one on too, because they discussed prior that they didn't know about these rebreathers.
Oh, she's already got it on and knows how to use it.
Well, do I have egg on my face?
She just didn't, but she would totally let Cass like walk her through it.
And then you, Okri said to put the line around the rabbit follows. The rabbit follows the fox around, and I'm having a bit of trouble here. All right, we should secure our perimeters to make sure there are no foes in the darkness.
All right, I'm gonna get up and kind of. I can take the first round.
I would like to explore these ruins. They seem intriguing, and we do have a little bit of time before we have to hit the hay.
So you're taking a look around?
There's no hay around.
Yeah.
Meriss is gonna go with Cass. If Okri's staying back with the dwarves, the Duardins.
I think I'll go with you guys.
So no one's gonna be protecting the Duardins?
Well, no.
They're not our children.
Also, it's quiet. They scream, we'll hear them. But I'd rather not stay with people that, for a fact, know I lied to them.
And I think you're sitting right next to them as you say that, and like you just kind of the camera just kind of pans over a little bit.
Yeah,
they're like, yeah,
right.
good.
Meriss is gonna like whisper something to like Pickles, and Pickles is gonna go like jump off and like hang out with Wheezy, and maybe be able to come alert them if anything happens.
Cool, smart idea.
Now let us check out these archaeological findings.
Cool.
For gold.
All right, everyone do a 6-2 awareness or survival test. Up to you. DN 6-2 mod.
6-2 awareness or survival. That seems difficult, but...
yeah, boy.
I'd like to try and turn on my x-ray visions if I can.
Sure.
Just to take a gander around. I got 2 6s.
You got 2 6s.
Oh, damn.
3 6s, except a focus made it a 6.
What?
So.
Wow, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I did get 1 6, which I was very impressed with, but I didn't get 2. So you guys lead the way.
So hang on. Amongst what was it? 7 dice were rolled and 6 of them were 6s?
I had 3 dice I rolled.
Oh, okay.
I had 5 I rolled.
Oh, okay.
I rolled 6.
And then 2 or 6.
This was actually
5. I got to focus, so I made one. One is an artificial 6.
Wait, are you telling me that out of 450 dice, 3 of them were 6s?
Yeah.
What? Oh, well, she did have a doom and saw a demon, so it's just appropriate there's 3 6s.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
Like, so, Okri, you flick on your detective vision.
Mm-hmm. My Batman Arkham Asylum detective vision.
How's like are you guys just kind of going by mushroom light, or do you have any like other lights or anything?
Good question. Do we have any lanterns?
I like to imagine that the suit has like a light kind of like on the chest, just flick it on.
Yeah.
Are you
I like that. Yeah.
Are you imagining, or was that planned?
I would like to imagine. I don't know. DM Dave, does that make sense for a Karajan to have a little lantern on them?
It does. I think, honestly, as an incidental, I think having torches is like pretty reasonable. I don't want to get into the point where you have to track like that kind of stuff. So yeah, you guys can have torches if you want torches.
I would like a hooded lantern, please.
Hey,
I would.
See, this is what happens. I give everyone torches and they just take advantage. They want boob lights. They want hooded lanterns. Where does it end?
Lights?
Well, I said one. Like I have a light on the
his
chest.
nipple is apparently a light now. So.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. Make it both
It's
of
got
them.
a little shield. But what I want to know, I want Meriss to find a mushroom that is a good height for her to like pick up and use as a torch.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's great. So she's just like holding it out in front of her.
The spores disperse and kill you.
Yeah, Cass, you can have your hooded lantern.
Roll a fortitude.
Yes. Yes. Honestly, with a roll like that, though, that's pretty intense. As you are making your way through this this ruined township, to chat about some stuff, and I'll add details as you're making your way through.
So, Okri. Meriss is just kind of like lumbering forward, like holding a mushroom out. I don't know why I said lumbering. She's not. That's what Okri does. She doesn't lumber. She's more.
I'll have you know, I'm mosey everywhere I go.
So Okri, how do you?
I'm like wide stepping, like hunched over.
Cass actually becomes a little bit self-conscious about the fact that she moseys everywhere.
Yeah.
She was,
Is that what it looks like?
Sees Okri doing it.
Okay, Meriss would waddle over lumber. Let's be honest. Okri, remember when we were back in the tavern, and aren't you and Braca from like the same? Was it clan?
No. So we're from different parts. I'm from Barak Urbaz, the greatest port in all of Shaman.
Are you sure?
She's from Barak Nar, which is one of the other ones. I'm sure it's just as great. But no, we're not from the same regions. I'm more from, I guess, the central Shaman, and she's from a bit more of the north.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know if Cass was wondering, but I mean, I was wondering, like, why couldn't we call you Okri?
Why I lied to them?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, was
yes,
it Magnus, Maggie? I can't remember what the name was.
If you remember earlier, I was found out, and Braca did call me out. But yeah, essentially, it's because I don't want people to. It's one of those things where people talk, captains talk between other captains, and well,
All right, now, Okri, just spit it out. I know you're keeping something under wraps. Just you're among friends. You remember that our souls are in fact bound together in some kind of weird margarita mix.
So why do you care if captains find out?
Back to the subject.
Are you on the run?
All right.
This happens. Stop. This scene happens as you step through the threshold into an old, worn-down amphitheater, and nice. The lights kind of illuminating across the steps and pillars.
Ooh. So I'll stop, turn around, and be like, all right, I'll just come clean.
That is what we're asking. Yes, please.
My old captain wants me dead.
Did you kill someone?
You have to be more specific, but yes.
How can I be more specific than did you kill someone?
So what ended up happening is my captain left my mentor and my sponsor, the quartermaster of our ship, left our quartermaster for dead after we had a job that went wrong. And then I was the reason. I was blamed for the mess up and the loss of that quartermaster.
Now, were you the reason or were you the scapegoat?
I was the scapegoat, and that is honest truth to the ancestors. I was the scapegoat.
Turn around. I want to see if you're crossing your fingers.
Hands up.
All right.
So,
I see those hands.
Can't see my toes.
And Meriss is looking like really kind of thoughtful, like she's lowered the mushroom and she's just kind of like really thinking about what Okri said, and she kind of lifts up her head and like squints at him and goes, "Is that why you joined the soul binding?"
Yeah, you'd say so. It's a good way out when you if you're wanted for dead, and you turn around and go, actually, I'm helping the greater good.
Meriss doesn't look completely convinced.
And also change all the entire scenery and leave your home realm behind, as it were, and your port, and your friends, and your family. Oh God! Oh, what am I doing?
We got the fugitive situation over here. You are a wrongly accused man on the run.
I didn't kill my wife. And you could say that he doesn't care. Great. Now all I'm going to picture like the rival captain is just going to be Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
just looking angry.
Now that we put it into the terms of a fugitive situation, I completely understand the situation that you're in.
Yes.
Wait, are you a fugitive too, Cass?
I am not. I cannot say that I've been in trouble with the law, much more than a slap on a wrist.
Hell, I mean, why'd you join then?
Well, as I described before, I'm providing my services in order to secure a space of land on the Slagmire. I do always get this wrong, but I should probably get my future address correct. On the Slagmire Islands. You see, the town I'm from, it's pretty dangerous. There's wandering demons and undead and all kinds of scary beasties. So for the good of my townsfolk, I would love to get a more permanent residence on a safer place, and that is what the Alliance has offered me.
Well, it makes you wonder if the town will be standing by the time you're back.
You are not a very reassuring man, and I do not know how to respond to that. That was a bit on the rude side, if I'm being quite honest.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Does that mean you're gonna leave us someday, Cass?
I imagine so, as we friends do come and go, but I will be on if everything goes right, that is, I will be on the Slagmire Islands. You can, of course, come and visit the town.
But isn't soul bindings forever?
Have I miscalculated? Uh-oh. I was not informed of this.
They're what?
I don't believe I read that fine print. Can somebody please pull up the contract?
Cass, no, they're completely permanent. We got margarita mixed. There's bits of you and me, and bits of me and you.
Cass, just sit down.
Cass, how did you not read the fine print?
They did not tell me about this. What does this mean precisely? I wish to unmargarita with the phallus.
Sorry, I had to lean away from the mic to laugh really loud.
I think this is one smoothie that can't be unmargaritaed, my friend. Unfortunately,
it is going to take me some time to come to terms with this.
As Cass sits down on an old kind of like worn, rough stone bench, both Meriss and Okri, you notice an altar at the center of what you now realize is a bit of an amphitheater that you're standing in. It's an older, worn down, altar with detailed etchings along the side. Do you want to take a look at it?
Oh, I'd love to take a look at it, please.
Sure do.
Whip out my journal.
Get closer to it. You realize it's actually an ossuary, so it's a kind of a collection of old bones, old relics, and you see along the side, you actually notice a series of symbols.
Oh,
chief amongst them, an 8-pointed star.
I take a step back.
An 8-pointed.
Meriss, don't come close to that.
What?
Step back.
Why?
No.
And like she doesn't step, like she stays where she is, but she's gonna like lean in to like look closely.
Meriss, stop it.
So Meriss, you actually can tell that there's a very heavy stone lid on the top of this. Along the side, you see that there's like small, basically like gilding along this, depicting these shifting symbols. At points it becomes very like fluid and like almost like it's covered in thorns, and as it moves along it becomes almost like smooth and tentacled, and it kind of wraps around the entire way. And there's an old rusted out latch on one side, but that's all you can see. Oh, and there's actually with that roll as well, you can tell that there is an old, very dry, very decayed thin sheet of blood that had been on this from use for a long time, as well as chips in the top of the stone, from where appears to be like a blade has struck it many times. And as you clue into this, you actually realize that this iconography you've seen throughout this ruined city. It's on a lot of the different little altars. When you pass by a house, you notice on the threshold archway of the door, you notice a properly etched sigil above it that matches this 8-pointed star.
I would like to roll to try to like recognize what those symbols might mean.
You recognize this from various studies into the arcane before, as this is the 8-pointed chaos star of Chaos Undivided, and it is a symbol renowned for its devastating impact on the mortal realms, as being the sigil of chaos, and the chaos gods that you're familiar with, Khorne, Nurgle, Tzeentch, and Slaanesh. You remember that Tzeentch was the patron of the creatures that you had seen in the skies above when your ship came under attack. With all that in mind, you get the impression that this old worn down city or town used to be dedicated to the chaos gods.
Oh, this is a bad place.
Shit. And her forbidden knowledge is in specifically like demon chaos realm, like gates. So woo. Meriss is going to stand up very rigidly and then take a very large step back, finally listening to Okri, and turn and like look over at Cass and Okri and say loud enough, saying, Yeah, that is definitely a sigil of chaos. Yep.
Sigil.
Yep. Sigil of chaos. No, she said sigil.
You mean sigil?
And just like waves at Okri. And I guess those demons we saw above, they must have been with Tzeentch.
Well then,
she's stuttering a little bit and like looks weirdly eager, like she wants to like study it more, but also freak the fuck out.
Cass, as you're sitting on the bench behind these two, as they are looking at this central casket. An unnatural chill wind brushes past the back of your neck. It sets your senses alert as you suddenly feel like you're being watched. You hear a low moan, an ethereal rattling of chains. Fills your mind and sparks a primal fear of death. You actually turn over your shoulder very quickly, just in time to see a ghostly visage phase through a nearby stone wall, its transparent haunted features affixed in a silent scream as it lunges towards you.
I do not have a good feeling about this.